Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Dawn Baker.
And I'm Mike Seela. A man out on bond for murder charges in Garden City back in 2020 now facing 27 counts relating to dog fighting and animal cruelty.
35-year-old Isaiah Goodman had been previously arrested in 2017 for the same type of accusations. Police say they found a dog fighting pit in the woods behind a home on Walton Street in Savannah. WTOC's Madeline Bierster spoke with local rescues that are helping the injured dogs recover and a criminal defense attorney who specializes in these cases.
She joins us now live in the studio to tell us more details about this case. And Madeline, how are these dogs doing?
Well, Dawn, Mike, they're not doing great at all. I met with one of the dogs this weekend that's set to undergo a major surgery and heard from rescue workers treating the others for many different diseases. They say these dogs will need a lot of help.
I've seen murder reports that don't have as much detail and as much emotion.
Prior to his recent arrest, police say 35-year-old Isaiah Goodman had 13 dogs seized in 2017 for the same reason.
Out of all of those dogs, only one mother and her puppies made it out of the shelter alive, and I adopted her.
Officers say Goodman has a history of abusing animals, running a puppy mill, and hosting dog fights.
To have done that once and not even to had been indicted or had any charges for that, and then to turn around and do it again with more dogs, like, we need to do better, Chatham County. Like, be outraged. Please be outraged that this is happening in your city.
On September 4th, animal control officers reported awful and inhumane conditions bolded in their report. Mounds of fecal matter in each cage, dogs tethered to chains, and dog-fighting training devices on the property. Most of the dogs showing signs of serious injury and disease. I met with one of those injured dogs just yesterday.
Yeah, so Tiny Dancer has 2 luxating patellas in her back legs, and she needs knee surgery on both of them. The cost for that is right around $4,000, and that's with a rescue discount. That's one dog.
Officers noted appalling conditions across the property with injured, suffering dogs crammed anywhere with room, right in a Savannah neighborhood.
It's not a rural property. We're not talking about 25 acres in Pembroke outside of city limits where you may have 5 sheriffs for the whole county. We are talking about within Savannah jurisdiction, within what you would consider to be a traditional neighborhood, and you're 28 dogs on a property. You can't tell me that somebody wasn't selling him enough dog food to go, what in the world is going on? Wasn't hearing those dogs.
If you see something, just say something. These dogs could have been spared this life that, you know, they lived in hell for all these years, and half of them died anyway.
Rescue workers say they're not surprised to hear that Goodman is facing murder charges in a separate case. They just wish the justice system wasn't so lenient after repeated arrests with the same person.
He will go back out and he will do the same thing, and there'll be more and more victims. And I promise you, there's data to back it up. These people that hurt these dogs are hurting people. There is a direct link. So this is not just about animals, it's about keeping our community safe as a whole.
There is not enough training, there is not enough funding, and there is simply not enough resources to be able to adequately investigate these types of cases. And the legislature, the city, the county commissioners need to step in, and they need to take responsibility for that.
I spoke with Goodman's mother, who says he bonded out on that murder charge for just $10,000. Lawyers say he was able to do that because he wasn't indicted within the 90-day window of his arrest as required by law. He's now back in jail on these 27 charges for animal cruelty, plus different murder charges. The jury trial for those charges is set to begin in December.
Well, continuing coverage.
28 dogs in total rescued from unimaginable conditions described in incident reports. This man behind bars facing a multitude of charges. Most of the dogs have different tick-borne or parasitic diseases, some of them also requiring surgery.
Tiny Dancer has 2 luxating patellas in her back legs, and she needs knee surgery on both of them. The cost for that is right around $4,000, and that's with a rescue discount. That's one dog. We also got every single dog blood test run with North Carolina State University to test them for a condition called babesia.
And the people that stepped up to treat the dogs are paying for the cost. They say medications for just the tick-borne illness alone range anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500.
We have to deworm them, and that costs money as well. So there's a lot of medical issues with the dogs, and then I work with them behaviorally. A lot of them don't like walking through doorways, so we've got a lot of work still to do, but we've got a lot of dogs that are actually ready for homes.
The ones that are available need fosters or someone to adopt them.
I'm one person that's doing this, but I'm working with other nonprofits as well, like Renegade Paws. You can also donate to them and specify that you want the money to go to Chatham County Fight Dogs, and we're working together, and she'll make sure that the money goes to those dogs as well.
In the meantime, Pet Sweets in Charlotte has been working with some of the pups, allowing them to stay at no charge while the trainer works with them. So far, one of the dogs from this case has been adopted. If any businesses want to partner with these rescues caring for the pups, they ask that you reach out to them directly. We have all that information on this story on our homepage, as well as how to donate. Reporting in Savannah, Madeline Bierster, WTOC News.
You can also take a look at Madeline's report from this yesterday on WTOC.com as well. Just look for the story on our homepage. Right now.